All right, we're gonna have a little presentation here for a couple of minutes, so I'd like to get your attention. I'm Andy Zukowski, and hello. I'm going to be kind of the master of ceremonies and start things off. Before we get started, I want to recognize some people that made today possible. First and foremost, all of you all that are here. It does me a lot of pride to see all the people that are here that have worked with this company or been part of this company and community for such a long time. So when I see the span of generations and everybody coming in, I feel very good about that, and I want to thank you very much for all that you do and all that you continue to do. I want to talk about there's a lot of folks that made today possible, but very practically there was a committee that got everything together, and I want to recognize those individuals. Rosie, I'm just going to mention them very quickly. It's about a dozen people. Rosie Wolford, Rich Tinsman, Roseanne Bodziak, George Brown, Paige Dix, Renee Furr, Dan Hennessy, Joyce Petruniak, Gretchen Cernice, Tom Stifler, Jess Steyer, Linda St. Clair, Eric Thompson, and Jesse Iyer. Folks, thank you very much, and everybody give a round of applause. I'd also like to acknowledge Joe Maddock. There was he's done some great artwork. It's over in the tent over here. I'd like you guys to take a chance and get through there and take a look at it, and it will be on display in the administration building when we're done with this. So thank you very much to Joe as well. All right, I'm gonna kind of take you through a little process and turn some things off. Before I get started, though, I just want to say a few words. First, I'd like to thank our President and Chief Executive Officer, Bill Wolfson, for supporting today and making everything possible. He's going to get a chance to speak to you all in a minute, but thank you very much, Bill. I'd like to just give you my thoughts. We've been involved with this company for some time now, and I've had the pleasure of having the opportunity to be here over the last year, living in your community, working with the folks at Latrobe. And I just want to thank you all for such a rewarding and an uplifting experience. It's been very good. But I think of what is necessary to make a company like ours have the enduring legacy like we have, to be around for 100 years. It's very similar to what we do kind of in the melt process and the consistency of our melting. And when I think about the ingredients that go into that and the ingredients that would make a company be around for such a long time doing the kind of thing that we do, I think first of our product. If you think of the product that we make, how important it is just in everyday life, in aerospace and defense, and the fact that we can compete worldwide with the things that we make here in Latrobe for the last 100 years, phenomenal to me. I also think about the processes and capabilities that we have. You know, when you drive down Ligonier Street, you really don't appreciate the kinds of things that are in the buildings at Latrobe Steel. And we have some of the most sophisticated equipment and products and processes in the world. Again, we've been around for 100 years, competing with the rest of the world in what we do. And lastly, I think of innovation and our ability to keep and continuing to do what we do. When you read the history, the rich history of Latrobe, and you look at all of the things that we were the first to do, the first to use the technologies in melt that we do, the first to and the largest VIMs, those kind of things that we brought to the forefront are the reason that we've been around for 100 years and have this great legacy that we have. So I just wanted to acknowledge that. To have our 100th birthday is quite an exceptional accomplishment, and congratulations to all of you very much. We've had a wonderful day here, and we've got a lot of things in store, so I thank you very much. And with that, I'd like to turn it over to Terry Duckenbaugh. He's the former GM of manufacturing, and he'd like to say a few words.
Thank you, Andy. I appreciate that. Good afternoon to all of you. So good to see all of you, to meet some new people, and to renew a lot of old acquaintances today. Really appreciate that. We have a lot of the day left to do that. We're here today to celebrate the 100th birthday of Carpenter Latrobe Specialty Metals. Known to most of us as Latrobe Steel, and a few of us mature people as simply the electric. The company provided jobs to us. The company provided jobs to all of us, jobs that fed and clothed not only us, but our kids and our extended families. Most of us spent the majority of our working years at Latrobe Steel. We were able to educate ourselves and our children because of these jobs. We were able to grow up and live within a 35-mile radius of Latrobe, an area which, in my opinion, contains some of the greatest small towns in America. But we gave a lot to Latrobe Steel in return. We gave our skills, our hours, our strength, our ingenuity to this company. We not only kept it strong so that others could have jobs and raise families, we helped make it what it is today. We should be proud of this, very proud of this, in this festival occasion. In preparation to being here today, I thought about my first walk through the plant on my first day at work. That was 1958. The 32-inch mill, which is not here anymore, was only 2 years old. The back arc building was under construction. There were no presses, no new melt shop, no CRM, no VIM, and certainly no PFL. What I saw during that first walk were forging hammers, hand rolling mills, hand grinders, and lots of smoke in the melt shop from the old Kellogg hot tubs. What I saw were a lot of people with a lot of skill, melting, forging, rolling, finishing, moving, and shipping steel. I saw you people at work. I saw individual skills that may never be matched. I will never forget the 10-inch coil mill crew who were rolling coil by grabbing the bar through one side, turning it around their bodies, and then putting it in the other side. I saw melters and furnace operators that could tell you what the carbon level of the bath was by looking at the smoke coming out between the electrodes. I saw people design rolls in a cold mill that produced the finest steel bars in the world. I worked with heaters that could control cantankerous furnaces to very critical temperature ranges. I saw hammer operators produce exceptional bars long before automated controls were in place. I watched grinders remove cracks with the crudest of equipment while minimizing grind losses, and much more. We were good at what we did. In fact, we were so good that we drove other people out of segments of our business like high-speed steel. We were the only producers of tow missile wire. Our steel is still on the moon and in hips and buried deep in the ground where it's still bringing precious oil out of pools buried miles beneath the Earth's surface. I was asked the question of why we're still here when other competitors are not here and some other areas still goes have downsized so much. Dan Hennessy and I kicked that over lunch one day. We agreed there were 3 reasons. First, a major share of the credit has to go to the managers with vision that have worked here throughout the years. Vision is a rare commodity, as I've learned through the years. Our visionaries kept us ahead of the curve and our technology up to date throughout the last entire 100 years. That's a very long time. Secondly, we had owners willing to spend the money it took to keep the company away from the curve, ahead of the curve. The Saxmans not only started the company and defined the product lines, they continued to invest and modernize our company. They installed the 32-inch mill, Messlin sack presses, the VIM furnace, the new melt shop, and the CRM. They built the original back arc shop. Timken purchased us and continued to pour money into the place. They improved our technology. They added an AOD, they added the PFF, and they added additional finishing facilities. They updated the CRM and added VAR furnaces. Hicks Watermill purchased us and added the second VIM furnace and additional VAR furnaces, as well as other needed improvements. Carpenter bought Latrobe and has already invested $20 million in the first year. That's absolutely incredible, Andy. But no amount of vision or dollars would have done it alone. We have always had a skilled workforce and a work ethic forged from descendants of miners and farmers and steel workers. Together we made it happen, all the way from the beginning to today's 100-year celebration. I enjoyed my time at Latrobe Steel. I enjoyed my relationships. I was fortunate to work with some brilliant engineers, some of who still work here. I worked with some metallurgists who were not only knowledgeable but innovative, and some of them still work here. I was fortunate to have supervisors and superintendents on my staff who put everything into the job every day and made it all work even when it seemed impossible. As I mentioned, I worked with operators who demonstrated exceptional skills. We had a lot of fun, actually. We made a difference every day. That's the beauty of working in a specialty steel mill. To sum it all up, I wouldn't miss it for the world. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Terry. And now I'd like to turn it over to our President and Chief Executive Officer, Bill Wilson.
Okay, thank you, Andy. I tell you, it's humbling and just so satisfying to have the opportunity to be with you all today to celebrate what is really a historic day and a historic accomplishment. 100 years is something that a lot of companies can't say is in their past. Fortunately, I think we can also say, I think we've got a great chance of having another 100 years right out in front of us. So first of all, what a beautiful day, and to the committee that put this event together, I know it takes a lot of time and effort, and you really did a really great job. It's great to see the camaraderie and pride, and if I understand correctly, not only are there somewhere on the order of 1,700 people who accepted, but roughly 300 retirees too who are here. I see a lot of them, and you can see the camaraderie and pride, and that's great. I, if you will, began my interaction with Latrobe. It was just a little over a year ago when Carpenter and Latrobe contemplated coming together. And it's interesting because in situations like that, normally what people ask you about is, well, what's going to happen to our jobs and all sorts of things like that. And the overwhelming question that I got from people as just walking through the mill the first time is, can we keep our name and can we celebrate our 100-year anniversary? And so I'm glad to say that, yes, in fact, we're here today celebrating Latrobe's 100-year anniversary. Meeting the people and taking a walk through the memorabilia and the tent, I mean, really just fascinating history and the innovations and just the development of the company over the years was great. But meeting with some of the people was great too. You know, having started in 1913 and 1916 having 2 arc furnaces, really I believe being the first in the U.S. on that, by 1924 having 250 employees, it's great to see that today we have more like 900 employees. And I think that it's fair to say that beyond just the jobs and the impact that has on the family, that this is a company that takes a lot of pride and has a positive impact in the community. And it's important to the community, and your work in terms of refurbishing the playground back there, really outstanding. It says a lot for the people and the character of the company. So, yeah, thank you for them. Yeah, I'm not going to go into some big long speech here, but it is, I think you should know that 70% of what this company does is for aerospace and defense, for very high-tech applications. And we are exporting products around the globe. How many companies can say that? 100-year history, technology-based, exporting around the globe? I mean, that's really fantastic. So, before I turn it back to Andy, again, I just want to say thank you to the committee. But more importantly, I want to say thank you to everybody here, and especially the retirees, because most of the retirees spent most of their career here, and they were the ones who built the foundation that made the company successful so we could have jobs here today. And for those of us who are working here today, it is our responsibility to make sure that we're making the company stronger so that 100 years from now, they're celebrating the same kind of success. So with that, I'll turn it over to Andy and just say congratulations on an outstanding achievement, and it's really fun to be with you here today, so thank you.
Thank you, Bill. All right, I'd like to introduce Chad Ammon from the Westmoreland County Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you, Andy. What an incredible day for our community. Standard & Poor's suggests that there are about 500 companies that reach the century mark. And to know that Latrobe Specialty Metals is now in the rarefied air with companies like General Electric and Ford and Coca-Cola, companies that help to build the country that we enjoy, to know that one of those companies is here in our midst is incredibly gratifying. We know that it didn't happen alone, that this company stands on the shoulders of the retirees that are here and the talented workforce that's here currently, and hopefully all the little ones running around will have a place to call home years to come. And so from the Westmoreland Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors and our members in the Westmoreland County business community, I have a plaque to present to you on 100 years. Congratulations and best wishes for continued success extended to Carpenter Latrobe Specialty Metals upon the celebration of their centennial anniversary in Latrobe, Westmoreland County, May 18, 2013. Congratulations.
Okay, we're going to wrap it up. Chad, thank you very much. Once again, I won't be redundant here, but thank you all very much for first of all coming out today. Thanks for this wonderful day, and thank you for all that you've done to get us to where we are. Have a great day. Everybody take care.